Warp drive active.
Okay, here we go again. The videos we all know and love. Null security exploration is beginning again. I just did it this week, and in a single 24-hour period, I made 350 million ISK, and we're going to try and recreate that success. I've already charted a course for a wormhole in Vif River,
Warp drive active.
which is where I'm headed now. Because I am a member of the Signal Cartel, I have a list of wormholes that take me to Thera. And the advantage of that is I can boom into Thera. I can kind of stay cloaked up for a little while and chart a course to my next null security space destination. But because Thera is technically a wormhole system, it won't show you where you're going or how many jumps it'll take to get there. So what you have to do is you decide where you want to be, and then you look at the wormhole exits that my corporation provides to me, and I'm able to chart the shortest course to the region of nullsec where I want to be.
Warp drive active.
And even you can see that even though I'm in high sec right now, I continue to play it safe by cloaking immediately once I give the jump command. This prevents people from locking me, suicide gankers, that whole thing. Because my Buzzard is really expensive. So even though I'm not carrying anything, they would still like to kill me for the sister's probe launcher, my probes, things like that.
Warp drive active.
So we're about to make our final jump into the Stargate, but certainly not the final jump of the game. Once I come out on the other side of the Stargate, I will right-click in Dead Space and go to one of my bookmarks, which will appear in that context menu, and I'll warp directly onto the wormhole, jumping through it immediately. Now that could be dangerous. We're so close to Dodixie, and maybe someone just found this hole and camped it on the other side. You just never know. But we will use the immediate cloaking trick, if you could call it a trick. This time, same as we do every time.
Warp drive active.
So when we come out of there, I'm gonna warp immediately to my safe space, my safe spot. I'm thinking of safe spaces like that politically correct movement. Okay, here we go. We are right on the wormhole. It's fun jumping through wormholes. It's very dramatic. And you can hear people coming out of them too, that can be just as dramatic. So I've got a safe spot, nice little quiet spot,
Warp drive active.
and we will go ahead and look at the star map and decide where we want to be. I have it color-coded. The lines are color-coded by region, so it's easy to kind of just look at your lines and know whether you're still in a region or on your way to a region, where you would encounter the region, that sort of thing. And I have my stars color-coded by the number of ships destroyed in the last hour. I found that that's a good indicator of where you might run into a gate camp, but not always, because they'll still choose quiet spots to set up gate camps, and and things like that, and you don't always get killed in the same system where they find you. And secondary to ships destroyed in the last hour, I like to look at the number of jumps in the last hour. That's another good way of finding like a good quiet zone in a given region. These indigo colored dots mean that only maybe 1 or 2 people have jumped in the last hour, so that's good information to have. Another good piece of information is that's really the most that I use. Number of pilots docked and active, that can be useful, but it can also be misleading. So you don't want to rely on any one of these as your fail-safe when jumping around. Okay. And when we do the hacking minigame, I'll talk more about that too, because my very first video that most people saw where I'm hacking relic and data sites, yeah, I was doing it wrong. I mean, I didn't, I was doing well, but I wasn't doing it as efficiently as I could have been. So it would be cool to make our way to Fountain today. I would also like to get to Stain or Catch. Just looking for Stain and Catch right now. There they are. Whoops. Stain. This is about as quiet as Stain looked the other day. Man, it was crazy. I ran into 10 bubble gate camps. They were jumping ahead of me and bubbling, and I had to double back to stay away from them, but they found me anyway. They trapped me in one of these little star systems over here on the right. I was in a place where you had 3 ways you could go, and they had all 3 stargates bubble camped, and they had like a cloud of drones around every gate too. I mean, they were ready. They wanted me. One guy said, "You need to die." He told me that I needed to die because they had seen me. There must have been an all points bulletin out on me. So what I'll do is I will set a bookmark or not a bookmark, but a destination for this star system where Catch and Stain join each other. But like I said, it doesn't show you the number of jumps because it doesn't know where we're going to come out. So we go to our bookmarks and we manually search each nullsec star system. There's a bunch of them this time. That's good. To see where they come out. But we don't have to do that yet because we can go in here and we see that we have one that leads to Catch right now into system F4R2-Q. So that might be why wouldn't we go through that one, right? And just jump right into the exploration. So let's go ahead and warp to that wormhole.
Warp drive active.
It's going to take us as far as it can. But Thera is a huge system. So it's like 300 or 400, possibly 450 astronomical units across. An enormous star system. And I think it's technically a black hole system. It's a shattered wormhole, is what it is. Okay. So let's see if the engines automatically go back to warping again. No, they don't do that when you're going for bookmarks, I guess. But this is where we're going, so it's another 150 AU.
Warp drive.
And again, I don't think it's going to take us all the way. We might have to do it one more time. I'm just going to grab something out of my book bag in one moment. Okay, I take vitamins, and I haven't had my vitamin yet. I love exploration. I think it's my favorite thing about EVE Online. It's very exciting. Like, it's very relaxing. but then it jumps straight into intensity. One moment while I take my vitamin. We'll go ahead and issue the warp command and take the vitamin fast.
Warp drive active.
I was in the dentist office one time, and while I was waiting in line, I took a survey. They validated my parking for free since I took their stupid survey. So, but the survey was like, "Do you know that vitamins give you cancer?" I said, "I do now." Okay. I like paper. When you answer stuff on paper, even if it's multiple choice, you can write what you want to write on it, you know? Okay. Let's see where we are in catch. Oh, good. It starts us right at the back of the region. So we can work our way. We'll worm down. Oh, I wish we could jump into stain from right there, but there's only one way to jump into stain. Alright, so we'll go the way that I've got charted here. But before we do that, what are my stats? Jumps in the last hour. We'll go to ships destroyed. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and kind of just... That's only one ship in the last hour. We're going to go all the way into this branch. That'll be fun.
Warp
And here we
drive
go.
active.
Man, we're back to those good old days now of jumping through space, seeing a lot of star systems at once, hitting bubble camps, getting scared. All that good stuff. But we're alone here. We're going to take a look at these cosmic signatures. They are looking good. We'll deploy our probes, cloak up, issue the micro warp drive command, and while all that is happening, we're already starting to scan down the system. We always use sister score scanner probes to get the best resolution and the fastest results. People say you can do it for cheaper, but I think that's planning for failure because you're already thinking of the losses and you're not thinking of the gains. So I get the best modules that I can fit. And I'm constantly advancing my skills to fit them better. But we're currently working on trade, so we can have more open orders across the system, and retail is next, I believe. Because I can have 53 open orders, but I've already maxed them out. A side quest I've been on for a little while is trading slaves and other small munitions in Thera, because I want to see the economy in Thera do better. But it's a bad economy. You can't really you can't move a lot in there. You got to know what's moving too, and I don't really know what's moving, but I'm trying. It's a bad economy. It's just not strong. But I'm the only guy in there selling slaves right now, so what of it? I've sold a few too. What of it, right? Remember when people say that? What of it? There's so much stuff like people don't say anymore. Like right in the kisser. Do people say that anymore? Right in the kisser? I don't think so. Kisser's like an old guy word. Britches? Take off your britches. Like an old whore would say that. Alright, this is sort of hard to scan down. How much you want to bet it's going to be a superior sleeper cache? And I won't even be able to touch it. taking it real easy. We're only 80 kilometers from the back gate. We're not really where we are going. Man, that's a big signature. Let's just swell it way up, and we'll jump down to 8 from 32 instead of just down to 16. We can do that because our skills are high, and we're using Sister's scanner probes, which are very strong, with an even smaller signature deviation, scan deviation, whatever, like wherever the red dot appears, the red dot will appear more, it'll appear even closer to its true position the better your deviation is. And in this case, you want a lower deviation. EVE Online is a nice, relaxing game until it's time to run through gate camps. Ooh, a data site. Okay. Well, let's just, we'll just keep scanning it. We'll see what kind of data site we're dealing with. We'll run a data site. I've been doing data sites. I would rather see a relic site, but the data sites are cool. I'm not sure if we should be making our way to Stain faster than we are. Like, maybe I shouldn't have taken this branch. Maybe I should have gone straight to Stain. And if it doesn't look good, we'll turn around and we'll go back to Stain anyway. We can always just turn around and go back. And we go fast because we're in a Buzzard. So you're not really married to anything in EVE Online, which I love. Central sparking transmitter. Let's do it. We're reloading our probes, decloaking, and warping to the Central Sancha sparking transmitter. And here we are. We're going to go ahead and start scanning the cargo of the ones that we can reach. We're going to activate our micro warp drive and get a move on. I've not really been messing with data cores too much, and I'm probably not going to hack that one. We'll see what's in these. Accelerant decryptor, parity decryptor, those are kind of good. Process decryptor, and I want to see this mainframe, and I want to know what's in it. Augmentation decryptor. Okay, so that one especially is going to be worth our time. And we've been burning to it for the whole time here. So I might have just deactivated the micro warp drive a little too early. No, we're good. I'm going to go ahead and start scanning it. In the meantime, I gave the command to stop the ship from moving. Because I don't like a lot of movement in my periphery while I'm trying to do this. It's distracting. So even if we're not close enough to immediately loot the thing, at least I'm not moving all over the space around it. We're still looking for that damn core. Where is it? Not there. It's probably up here. And see how I'm hacking the site. I was using the numbers, the little flashing numbers that appear in the nodes that you click on to find your way to the core. That's valuable information that I had been ignoring for a long time. It's like Minesweeper, though. If a 5 appears, that means that you're 5 nodes away from something good. And something good could be either the core, which you're looking for, or the little glowing nodes that can either help or hurt you. They can be tools like the wrench or the little shield, or they can be a firewall or something that's standing in your way. So, yeah, now I know that. Oh shit. It kind of pushed us out there. We'll approach it again. See, and those numbers, they really help. They kind of guide me to the wrenches and stuff. I was never using that before. Oh, there was nothing in that. Well, fuck it. We're just hacking the whole thing, aren't we? Happy little hacks. Happy little probes. That's what I told somebody in the corporation. There's a lady in my corporation. Her name is Katya Se. And she is currently exploring every wormhole system. She has already explored and photographed all of known space in EVE Online. I mean, it's just a huge feat. And she's cataloged and documented literally thousands of systems. And she's in the process of going through all of that unknown space wormhole systems. So, good for her. It's very cool to be a part of a corporation of explorers now.